What's up, everybody? Welcome to Buzzworthy TV, and I'm your girl, Lady T. And tonight we are talking R&B Divas L.A. So let's get into it, y'all. This episode to me, well, I can't say it was dry because, for one, it showcased Michelle A. and Brave doing to me what the show is about, which is we're seeing the process and what it takes to put out new music. So we're getting to see their journey and how they're going to put out new material and everything. And that's great. That's really what the show is supposed to be about. And, it's also laying the groundwork for some drama. And when I mean drama with a capital D, y'all. So it was good for what it was. So, like I said, y'all, let's get into it. The show kicks off with Little Mo inviting Stacey Francis over there to talk shit about people. That's basically what it was. No ifs and buts about it. And, James Caldwell broke this down really well, and he is so right about this. Little Mo, every season, recruits somebody to double team another cast member. Like, just look at it. Season 1, she recruited Shantae. And, they were against Kelly Price and Don Robinson. Season 2, she recruited Chrisette. And they were against Shantae. Now, it's this whole thing with she BFFs with Stacey Francis now. And I guess, Lil Mo got her thing with Michelle A. and Stacey Francis is all too happy to get involved in that. So, yeah, she always got to have a little sidekick and start messing with people. And I'm just not feeling it. Like, Lil Mo, to me, season 1 was like one of the coolest chicks. Like, you and Shantae were my favorites. And y'all were my favorites because, number one, I thought Shantae was silly. I thought she brought, silliness. And she just, she is a diva. And not only is she in great voice, but Shantae looks phenomenal for her age, and she just always kept it classy to me. So, to me, she was epitome of a diva. So, I like that about her. And then you always just kept it real. And you had me rolling the first reunion. I was like, dang, she's so funny and just cool. She just said how she just called it like she see it. She just so down to earth. And when you were on that reunion with Wendy Williams, I was like, dang, her and Wendy Williams should just do this reunion together. They should just both be co-hosts because you were giving all the tea, but it wasn't really malicious, and you were just cool and laid back. And I think what happened was you was like, oh, this worked for me, kind of being in the midst of this drama with Kelly and Don. So to make sure it continues to work for me, I am going to make sure I have drama. So I'm going to make sure I find somebody to have beef with. And that's a continuing trend, and I don't like it. So anyway, she invites Stacey over, and she tells her, well, basically, Stacey wanted to know what the energy was, because she said the energy was off when they all got together at the Reverend Jesse Jackson's, event. And what Lil Mo tells her is what you probably was feeling when you got to the table is that, me and about to call this girl Shantae, me and Michelle A. are having issues because, she was crying to me and, she said she's alone. And so I thought it'll be kind of cool if she came out with me and my husband and my father-in-law. But not only did she not come, she didn't call. And, here goes Stacey Francis what? She didn't call? That's not cool. That's disrespectful. She's just all too eager to eat it up. So now, with that said, Little Mo has recruited her sidekick for season 3. Anyway, next we have Brave. Brave is in New York, and she's meeting up with Music Choice. Now, Music Choice is a cable station that promotes music videos, new music, new artists, and I'm really glad to see Brave in her element. She's trying to get this music out, and it's really cool. Actually, I really like Brave, and seeing her made me think of what they should have did was do a reality show where up and coming artists like herself, who we kind of know but are not really out there, show how they get their career off the ground, show the struggles and show the ups and downs of just trying to make it. And that'd be cool because, a couple of these cast members could turn out to be the next, Rihanna, Beyonce, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry, any of those artists, and we could say, dang, we knew them when. We knew them when they was just struggling. We watched them on TV. That would have been cool. So, but it's all good though. She's on this show. However, I don't think she should be on this show, but like I said, I do like Brave, and I do like that she's a hard worker, and she's prepared to grind. So anyway, she's meeting with the people from Music Choice because they want her to be the face. And they also believe in her talent so much that they want to invest in her new music video to support her new single, Road Trippin'. And so, she's really excited about that and everything. And, she tells them the concept of the video, which is kind of really sexy. And she tells them that she has to audition a leading man and that she'll be doing that when she gets back to LA. So, she's really excited about how her career is making, some great turns. And, it's just a step forward in the right direction. So anyway, then, Shantae Moore meets up with Chrisette and Michelle A. They all sitting together having lunch, and it's all fun. And it's so funny because when Little Mo was talking to Stacey Francis, she was like, you got the cool kids, and then you got, I don't know what she said about Shantae or whatever. Well, basically Shantae and Brave and Michelle A. Because basically she said the cool kids were her, Leela, and Chrisette. And I'm like, really? And then she threw Michelle A under the bus because Stacey asked her, like, so what about Michelle A? And she was like, I don't know where Michelle A fits in. So now all of a sudden you're not cool with her like that no more. Like I said, shady, shady, shady. You always got to find somebody to mess with every season. So anyway, Shantae and Chrisette and Michelle A, they all hanging out, and they're having a really good time. It's good to see them all just be cool and be silly. Drama is cool, but sometimes you just want to see people get along, or sometimes you just want to see them be all about the work. So they were sitting down, having lunch, and Shantae Moore brings up the fact that it's almost time for Michelle A's birthday. And she said, you know what? You never really celebrate your birthday. I want to celebrate your birthday. What do you want to do? And she said, I wouldn't mind going bowling. And so Shantae's like, okay, cool. That's what we're going to do. We're going to celebrate your birthday. We're going to go bowling. And Michelle A is happy. She's like, cool. I like bowling. And it's all good. No drama. They just plan to go out and have fun. Anyway, after that, we have Michelle A. She's meeting up with Crystal Waters. Now, Crystal Waters is known for all her wonderful dance hits like Pure Love and all that. So they're meeting up because Chrisette, why am I saying Chrisette? Oh my goodness, Michelle A is looking to put out a single, and she thinks that she wants to go towards more so dance and house music because after Puerto Rico single, she really enjoyed the whole dance flavor, and she really liked how she was able to tap into her inner Donna Summer. So Crystal Waters is like, yeah, you definitely should do it. You can even remake some of your old stuff and make it into, a dance single. And she was like, I even got some producers I can hook you up with. Let's get it done. And Michelle A is all for it. And it's so good to see Michelle A just being happy and proactive. And you know what? Seeing her just being happy and doing what she loves and getting back into music, I'm like, Michelle A, you're doing the right thing. You don't need a man right now. You need to focus on you and getting back to what makes you happy so you can be a good woman for somebody else. So, yeah, I totally get it. And I'm just so happy that you're trying to get your happy back, girl. So, anyway, after that, Brave meets up with Chris Robinson and his son, Lil Chris. Chris Robinson and Lil Chris, they are going to help her with her video. Chris Robinson's going to direct it, and she's really excited because, like she said, it's her first single. She got, Music Choice to invest in the video, so she wants it to be hot, and she's telling them, I got this vision for my video to be kind of sexy, and I want a sexy guy with me. And they like, yeah, we see your vision. We just gonna make it work. And they excited about it too. They believe in her. So like I said, I'm all for seeing these divas actually do what do what they love, which is music. So it's good, like I said, to see the process. So then we got Little Mo. She's meeting up with Stacy and Leela because Little Mo is gonna ask Stacy to be a part of this cancer benefit that Leela is trying to put together. So they all sit down, and Little Mo asks Stacy to be a part of the project, and Stacy's all for it. She's been working with this little girl who actually has cancer, so the cause is near and dear to her heart. Now, while Stacy and Lil Mo are talking, Leela is just sitting back like, and I don't think it's shady. It's just that she don't know her. And it's just weird because I'm sitting there thinking to myself like, wow, isn't this Leela's project? Shouldn't she have been the one to bring it to Stacy? So what Little Mo, what you should have did was talk to Leela, and if she was feeling Stacy being a part of the project, since it's her project, let Leela bring it to her. But I think Leela could care either way. Matter of fact, she said in the confessional, she was like, I don't mind if she want to support and volunteer her time. I'm just not here for no bull swanky, like she say. So she really could care less. Like, she not here for no drama. She don't know the girl. She just like whatever. I love Leela. Leela has that whatever attitude all day long. So look, then we got this cute scene with Brave. She invited Little Mo, Shantae, Michelle A, and Leela to help her find men for her video. So they're all at the audition, and when I tell you these men, look, they came right off the street. And I'm not just saying like, because you can find some fine men off the street and just say, hey. But no, I'm saying like, they just picked them off right off the bus stop or whatever. It was just crazy. Like, none of them had no swag. They looked dirty. Ugh, it was bad. The whole audition was just bad, y'all. So anyway, then we got Michelle A in the studio with Crystal Waters. And, they meet up with the producer, and Michelle A is giving it to him. Like I said, when she went into that studio and laid down on vocals, I was like, go ahead, Michelle A. So, like I said, again, it's great to see these women actually doing music. Maybe we can actually start going on iTunes and giving them some coins, y'all. Instead of it being all about drama. So anyway, the producer liked what she did with the track. Crystal Waters was really proud of her. So yeah, it was a very good look. So anyway, then we got Stacy and Lil Mo. Now, this is when it goes from being kind of a lighthearted, lackluster episode to the bullshit. So, Stacy and Lil Mo are together again. Lil Mo again has invited Stacy over to talk shit about people. So, Stacy gets there and basically she tells her like, so, they called me and saying that they throwing Miss L.A. a party. And what you think I said? And here goes Stacy. You said no. She was like, of course I said no. And this is the thing. Stacy did tell her, like, look, now if you don't go, it's going to be like, fuck you to Miss L.A. But if you do go, it's like, hey, I'm still your friend. I still love you. But I would like an explanation. And so Little Mo receives that and she's like, yeah, you right. But I don't think I want to go by myself because, I don't know. For some reason, she needed to tag along. She all of a sudden didn't want to go by herself. Whatever. So, of course, Stacy jumps at the chance to go with Little Mo to this party. So, they agree that they're going to go to the party together. I'm like, oh my goodness, here we go. So anyway, we get to Bray's video shoot. And it was so cool because Chrisette and Shantae, they go to the shoot to support her. And it was cool. The single in the video reminds you of a lot that's what's out here today. But I'm not mad at it. I mean, I would love people to be different and be authentic. But I kind of see where she going with it. She trying to, I think, get her foot in the door. And now, you kind of got to appeal to the masses. So, road tripping, it's like anything you would hear Rihanna do to me. It's like she's giving me a lot of Rihanna tease with the whole video and the single. But anyway, it works out really good. She was a little nervous at first because people from Music Choice was there. But, she pulled it off and it was cool, So, here we go. We at Michelle's bowling party. Now, this shit right here. Okay, so everybody gets there and Michelle is late. So, when Little Mo gets there with Stacy, Little Mo starts telling everybody like, hey, Stacy was trying to figure out what the vibe was at, Reverend Jesse Jackson's event. And I just had to tell her, what happened between me and Miss Chalet. And, here comes Stacy throwing in her 2 cents. Like, yeah, and I just think that, they should communicate. They should do this and that. And Shantae told her right. She was like, look, you can't go around assessing people when you're just new to the situation. You just can't. She was like, well, I'm not assessing. I'm just saying, I'm just going off of what Little Mo told me. And that's just it. And, everybody is getting a little agitated because, again, Michelle is late. So so here go Little Mo. So is she coming? And Shantae is like, yes, she's coming. She coming. So, Michelle gets there. And, she's all happy. She's like, y'all, thank you so much for coming to celebrate my birthday. And she was like, Little Mo, I didn't, wait a minute. I'm ahead of myself. So she's like, thank you so much for coming to my party. And here comes Stacy, stirring up shit. So are you happy to see Little Mo? She was like, yeah, I'm happy. She was like, honestly, I didn't think she was going to come. And here go Little Mo. Little Mo was like, I wasn't. And so Stacy tries to mediate. She tries to say, well, Little Mo is feeling like this. And Miss Chalet has had it. And this is when I say I'm loving the growth that I'm seeing from Miss Chalet. Because I'm seeing, even from like season 1 and 2, how she was kind of like sitting back and not really speaking up for herself. She was like, look. She goes and tells Stacy, look. She don't need no defense attorney. We don't need no mediator. You know, we do this. When she's ready to talk to me, we'll talk. We don't need you. We good. Me and her, we friends. We've been doing this. And she was like, and you, I don't even know you. And Stacy was like, you don't, but I know Little Mo. She was like, oh, I didn't know that. I was like, oh my God, low key. She is about to just lay some shit out. Because she gonna look to Lil Mo. And she was like, Little Mo, you didn't tell me y'all been friends for years. She low key was like, bitch, you know y'all probably just met for this show. Come off it. Like, that was so funny to me. So anyway, and then Little Mo didn't make it no better because she was sitting up there all quiet like, this your friend? When Michelle was like, this your friend? She was like, yeah. She was like, and when Stacy was like, I've known her for years, she was like, you known her for years? She was like, yeah. Like, she really couldn't say nothing. Oh my God, it was so funny. She was just so mealy mouthed when Michelle kind of like checked, was like, what is this? And I totally understand where Michelle was coming from. Stacy, you don't know Michelle. You new to this group. You just need to sit back and be quiet. Have several seats. They're friends. Let them two friends handle it. Because at the end of the day, they're going to handle it because it's not really that big of a deal. Little Mo is in her bag. She's overreacting a little bit, but she'll get over it. Like Michelle said, when she's ready to talk about it, I'm open. So they will figure it out. But you sticking your nose in the shit that has nothing to do with you is just going to make the situation worse. And I'm glad Michelle called your ass out. So anyway, when all this is going on, Chrisette pops in. And she sees all this going on and she don't like it. So she's like, look, this don't even look like a party. I'm about to go because this is not a party. It's more like a confrontation and I'm just not here for it. So she leaves and Shantae was like, dang. She was like, I wouldn't have left because at the end of the day, you know, I came to celebrate my friend's birthday. And I get what Shantae was saying too. I get exactly what she said in the confessional. Like, I love Chrisette, but you didn't have to leave because it is Michelle's birthday. It has nothing to do with Stacy. You did support Michelle. So, Leela, my homegirl, you know, she went after Chrisette to see what was going on. Chrisette gets in her famous car, y'all. I love how she drives off in her car. I think that shit is too funny. So she drives off. She gets in her car and Leela's like, man, why you leaving? She was like, look, I see where this is going. I'm not here for it. This girl was suicidal. And basically, they just planted somebody here to start mess. And I'm not here for this. I don't want to bear witness to that. And I totally got what she's saying. It's obvious that Stacy has been there. I mean, it's been added to the show to start some mess. And with somebody like Michelle, who was kind of fragile, it's not a good look. So I get what she's saying. And she sped off in her car. I said, hell no. But I want to know how she sped off in that same car in Puerto Rico. So what is it? Is that your car? Because that's the exact same car that you sped off in Puerto Rico. And if that is your car, how the hell was it in Puerto Rico? Anyway, Chrisette, please let me know because I want to know. But anyway, she speeds off in her car as she did before in Puerto Rico, and she leaves the party. Anyway, y'all, that's the episode. And until next time, peace and love.